I just got cleared to make our takeoff and we're moving away. Just for a few minutes at the airport area, I need to monitor radio at the airport. As soon as I'm away from the airport, I'll be right back. I am clear, away from that airport area. That river flows to the right of us, and the name of that river, that's called Holea. That river, it was used in a few movies. If you remember Raiders of the Lost Ark with Harrison Ford, that's where the seaplane took off from that river, from the back of us, followed this mountain. That river was also used in that movie, Outbreak, Dustin Hoffman, Morgan Freeman. The valley towards the left of us is called Kipu Kai. It was used in that movie, Lost World, Jurassic Park 2. The beach in that bay, that river towards the right of us, 6 days, 7 nights, with Harrison Ford and his. The beach in the movie is where they landed the airplane during that storm. The river below is where they found those pontoons. It was taken to the beach to repair the airplane. The coastal area towards the left of us. This is the southern side of the island. Poipu. The last Lava flow last erupted within the Hawaiian Island was along that coast. Radiocarbon dating, it was 2 million years ago. It's one of the 3 of those resort areas. Hyatt, Regency, News the Sheraton, the Embassy Vacation Resort, just naming a few of some of the hotels. They're right away to those beaches. Look for a beach where you can relax and do nothing. There are trails you can follow, archaeological, historical sites you can stop and visit, 3 different golf courses, numerous restaurants, shopping villages where you can spend a part of your day. If you're interested in some freshwater fishing, small and wide-mouthed bass were introduced into this island and released in those reservoirs. Throughout the Hawaiian Island, there is no natural lakes. Each one of these, they're man-made reservoirs created by those sugar plantations. The water was once used for irrigating sugar that was cultivated throughout the island. It was 2 years ago, the last remaining sugar plantation within the island ended sugar commercially. 35 years ago, because of a union strike, losses from pineapple, that industry ended commercially within the Hawaiian Island. And just simply in recorded history, it's just unprofitable to grow sugar or pineapple across the state. There's only one Hawaiian island left in the state, only on Maui. Only one sugar, just one pineapple plantation left in the state. The dark green fields that are scattered along that coastal area towards the lift was leading towards the southern side of the island of Poipu. Coffee orchards. One of the sugar plantations, they diversified into coffee 25 years ago. Over the years, it became the largest coffee plantation today within the United States. It's the second time commercially in written history it's been tried on this island. There are 2 other Hawaiian islands. Coffee is commercially grown today. The orchards by machine. It's harvested. The name of the valley on the mid-bay. That waterfall, this is called Mana Vai Opuna. 288 feet. In that movie, Jurassic Park, that's where the helicopter landed below at the base of that waterfall. They followed that road below in those jeeps headed for Jurassic Park. It's that coffee plantation, the road at the base of that valley, privately owned. The plantation has the right of way to that water. It's diverted from the base of that waterfall, channeled along that coast, irrigating coffee orchards. The damages to those trees you see around us. September 11th, 1992, it was a hurricane crossing over this island, causing all of those damages you'll be seen throughout the rest of the island. It started from the west and from the left of us. It was late in the morning when it hit the Hawaii Island. The Navy, it's located there along that coastal area. Winds were reported in the beginning of that storm at 168 and wind gusts 237. The Category 5 made recorded history, still is on record. It is the fastest wind speed ever recorded in the 132 Hawaiian Islands. It's the third hurricane crossing over the center of the island. November 1982 was a Category 3 that came from the south and from the left of us. In October 1953, it was a Category 1 that hit the Hawaiian Island from the east. The three different hurricanes crossing the center of the island that never touched the rest of the islands. The 1st of June, the hurricane season started officially within the Pacific. Forecasters are predicting a light hurricane season, between 6 to 8 hurricanes. Since the beginning of June of last month, there were 4 separate hurricanes that started in the East Pacific. Eventually, as the hurricanes headed towards the west over the Pacific waters, they were downgraded into a tropical storm. And here we are, the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, the heart of the Waimea Canyon, 3,867 feet is the deepest part of the canyon below. It is 3.5 miles across from the left towards the right of us. 10 miles in length. There are pigs, goats, black-tailed deer. Those are the only wild animals introduced within the Hawaiian Island. The other islands have pigs and goats, and 7 other different kinds of animals were also introduced. Those lines across the canyon comes from that crater, Alakai. It is the largest extinct volcanic crater that starts ahead of us above. It's that area towards the right of us, leading towards the back of us. Each one of these horizontal lines, it's a separate lava flow that created the Hawaiian Island. Radiocarbon dating 6.8 million years ago. It was the last eruption from that crater. That road that brings you to this canyon, it follows at the top of the rim of the canyon ahead of us. The road ends along the top of the Nepali coast. From here, that's where I'm headed now, to see the Nepali. Along the rim of this canyon, there are 2 different hiking trails. You can hike into the base of the canyon. There are numerous trails within the forest. There are 55 acres within the forest around the canyon, developed into state parks, picnic areas, cabins that have electricity, have running water. You can rent those cabins from the state. You have a few extra days. Along the coastal area, scattered towards the left of us, that facility throughout the entire coast, that's the Navy, the Pacific Mid-Range facility. There's also a Nassau radar facility towards the right of us, along the top of that Waimea Canyon. Automated tracking those satellites, the International Space Station, the shuttle for the free launch ticket. It's the cross over the end and above in orbit. The beach, Polihele, towards the left of us. That's a state park below. It's where the main highway 50 comes to an end. The main highway that begins where we started from. Just follow that road. It'll take you to that beach. The beach of 19 miles. It's the longest, widest stretch of sand beach in the state. Where the beach ends, that's where the Nepali begins. That facility towards the left of us, it is also part of the Navy along that coastal area towards the back of us. They're designed to provide their training, tracking of those submarines, and naval ships, aircraft headed within the Pacific. And now, the Nepali. Its name, Nepali, translated to as the cliffs. Where it begins from that state park at Polihele towards the right of us. This half of the Nepali, there's no trails below along the coastal area. The beach towards the left of us, directly below towards the right of us, are state parks below along the Nepali. The tour boat operators tours the Nepali. It's the only way to get here below to those state parks. They'll bring you here below to have lunch, snorkeling, resting along the beach, hiking. Within the base of those valleys and those parks, each of the valleys along the entire coast are those rock formations, artifacts the river left behind. At its peak, 15,000 people once lived here along the coast. 1,300 years ago, the first of those families came to Labella. By the end of the summer of 1934, the last of those families moved away. It's a state preserve, 17 miles from sea level, 4,300 feet above. It borders the top of that Waimea Canyon. It's rich in archaeological sites. That beach with that natural arch on the pool. It's from this beach towards the right of us. There's no trails along this half of the Labella. You can kayak, just follow the coastal area. That beach is the perfect spot. You can rest. You can climb into that valley to get to those waterfalls, to see those rock formations, those artifacts that were left behind. 1973, the beach and this valley was used in that movie King Kong. Jess Clang, Jeff Bridges, joined by several others. Jurassic Park 3, that's the coastal area towards the back of us. The rip parasailing, following that coast. It's that beach towards the back of us. Broke off from their boat, drifted past this mountain. Ahead of us, in the middle of that large valley, that's where they landed in that movie. The beach below, the name of this valley of Kalolao, it's a state park. This is the only state park along the entire coast. You can hike. The rim of this valley towards the right of us above, that's where the road to the Waimea Canyon comes to an end. The trail that brings you to the state park starts along the northern side of the island, ending at the base of that valley of Kalolao. It's that line, zig, zagging its way below towards the right of us. That hiking trail below, 10.8 miles. Good hikers, takes them a day just to get to the base of that valley. The trail below, that's not the original trail. It was carved by the state. The original trail started from the western side of the island, from the back of us. The sea conditions, the large landslides, wind, rain that eroded away the coast decades ago. The trail eroded away with the Labella. The valley below by hiking trail from the northern side of the island, it is 6 miles to get to the base of this valley below. Hiking from here to get to that state park of Kalalau, reaching the base of this valley below. That's the halfway point to get to that state park. The Twin Peaks just ahead of us along the top of that mountain. In that movie, South Pacific, those are the peaks in that movie. They called Kauai Hawaii. The Hawaii name, Makana. The valley below, 2 miles by hiking trail to get to the beach below called Anakapiai. Only takes a few hours when the trail begins to get to that beach. You can rest along the beach. If you have the extra time, you can continue towards the back of the valley, towards the right of us. That waterfall in the back of the valley, 2.5 miles from the beach to the base of that waterfall. You can swim and spend the part of your day. If you have the time to hike along the Napala. The northern side of the island, towards the left of us below, that's where that highway 560 comes to an end. The road that begins where we started from. It ends along the county park. That's where the hiking trail begins, along the Napala. It's the best side of the island to kayak along that coast. The current, the winds comes from the left of us. It follows the Napala towards the back of us. Just makes it a lot easier to follow the entire coast with the current. You can rent those kayaks, have someone drop you off, spend the day following the Napala. They can pick you up on the opposite side of the Napala. They can wait for you along that beach, Polehala, where Highway 50 ends on the opposite side of the Napala. Watching that sunset on either side of the Napala. 7:21 sunsets along the coast. There's Hanalei towards the left of us, and then the music and legends, history. Across that bay towards the left of us along that coast, Princeville, one of the resort areas. There's the St. Regis Hotel. It's along that cliff over that bay of Hanalei. They have a nice restaurant within that hotel. You can plan for dinner, watching the sunset, having a nice dinner, or just find the beach to swim, to snorkel, windsurfing, camping. There are a few state, county parks along the entire coast. It's those beaches where those parks are. You can camp if you have the time to relax and do nothing for a few days. From here, just found the valley, Lumahai, all the way towards the end. At the end of the valley, heading for that crater by Yaleala, the brim. It's the wettest spot in the world. name of this valley on the land. The vegetation from the top of these mountains is scattered throughout the base of the valleys. Snodgrass, ferns. There's 168 separate species of ferns that grows wild throughout the Hawaiian Island. 105. It's only native to this island. Some of its species more than 12 feet in height, others just a quarter of an inch. Some of the native ferns within the forest. They're edible. It's used in the Hawaiian dish. And now, this is the crater Kauai Hawaii. It's the rim along the top of the crater above that is the wettest spot in the world. The last eruption that came from the crater 4 million years ago. August 21st, 1959, the first rainfall that was recorded from the crater above 478 inches. 1981, 665.5 inches, the highest rainfall in recorded history. 380 last year. A little more than an inch yesterday. The top of the crater is at 5,290 feet above the highest point of the island, the wettest spot in the world. The name of that crater, Kauai Hawaii, translated as a rippling of the water. It comes from a pond of water along that rim where those dignitaries gathered to worship those gods. Then those religious ceremonies that they held, the wind blew across that rim. The pond of water rippled towards the left of us below, that road within that forest below. It was used in Jurassic Park. That's where the arch was created for that movie. The road was the entrance, the gateway to Jurassic Park. The crater was the background scene. Kevin Costner followed that road below in that Jeep to find his wife. Sure, I could fly. There are hiking trails below within the forest. You can hike inside of the crater. The road starts from the left of us, along the eastern side of the island, 501. That's Highway 580. Just follow that road. It'll take you to the base of that crater. As it cross over the mountain just ahead, it will be receiving my clearance to land. I need to monitor the radio within the airport area. As we get on the ground, you can remove your headset, your seatbelt, and ground attendants will open the doors. Watch your step when you step down from the helicopter. Head towards the front, away from the aircraft. From all of us at Sunshine Helicopters, I'd like to express our warmest aloha for flying with us this morning.